going to do a full video on this with verses and everything after the new year, but at the very least, before New Year's hit, for me at least, I know it is for some people out there, and Happy New Year, I just wanted to say, fear not, worry not. 2020 has passed, and it brought many blessings with it. Many difficulties, many trials. Still, we made it through this. God brought us through. So fear not. The Lord says, do not fear, worry not. So, worry not, fear not, for He has all things. Sorry for the truck. Fear of the Lord, I don't think it has the same kind of meaning as the other kind of fear. Because there's fear that is the opposite of faith, and then there's fear that's a healthy respect. And I think that in this coming year, especially in this coming year, have healthy respect for the Lord, fear nothing. Because, and that's not to say don't have discernment. Have discernment. Discernment is required to keep you from entering into bad situations or getting yourself hurt. Discernment is a good thing. Fear, unless it's a healthy respect of the Lord, is not. Because a spirit of fear will keep you from doing anything. Faith and fear are opposites. You can't have faith in God if you're terrified that everything's out, okay, let me try this another way that perhaps won't be so crude. He says to trust Him. The Lord says to trust Him, that He will take care of all things, that He will do all things, that He will provide, that He will do what needs to be. He takes care of us. He says so in His words. In His word. Look at what He says about the birds and the fish and the He takes care of the flowers, the birds. He takes care of everything. How much more so will He take care of us? And He loves us so much more. So I would say this year, remember that He is our provision, Jehovah Jireh. He is our provider. So what have we to fear? The enemy has no power. The slings and arrows are for naught, and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. By the word, we have nothing to fear. As any question that comes up has already been answered. Fear of people that aren't like us. Well, God says to love everybody, so there is no fear of people who aren't like us, because we're all His creation. Fear of a situation. Is it trepidation or is it fear? Is it wanting to test the waters to make sure you're following the path God has for you? Or is it letting a state of other influence oneself? Example. I could be afraid that, nobody looks at these, or that I may seem stupid doing them. And even if it's for posterity's sake, I at least want it to be said. Because I'll have a microphone, and I'd rather use mine to say that we can love on each other. That we can do better. That there's no reason to fear. Because we're not given a spirit of fear. We are given a sound mind, peace, in His Spirit. So if we could trust in Him in all things, and trust Him in all things, that He is promise keeper, then fear, worry, all of these things are not only counterintuitive, but mutually exclusive. The what if is answered by but God. At least for me. And I know for many out there too. And I hope it is for all of us. Because there are a lot of what ifs out there. A ton. What if this, what if that, what if. Well, ask them. It's just saying in the face of the what ifs that there are a lot of what ifs. But God is God. no matter what happens. And he is promise keeper. All provision he takes care of. So, yeah. Trust in the Lord. And to borrow from Romans, I think 12 or 13, well, I can't really look at it because I'm recording on the device I was reading from. It's that anything not of trust in the Lord is sin. And I think it's Romans 12 or 13. I have one in front of me. Let me look. Luke and Acts, Romans, where are you, my lovely letter friend? Where are you, where are you, where are you? Is it the end of it too? It's right at the end of the chapter. Everything covered. Not that evil conquer you, but to conquer evil by doing good. If your enemies are hungry, feed them. If they're thirsty, let them drink. Doing this, you will heap running coats on it. Nope, not that one. Respect for and don't let yourself think about the ways. Indulge yourself in evil desires. Not quite. There's a lot to go over in Romans. Like, so much fun. I kind of might actually do that in the year. Okay, here we go. 14:28, Romans chapter 14, verse 23. But if you have doubts about whether or not you should eat something, or you are sinning if you go ahead and do, and if you have doubts about whether or not you should eat something, you are sinning if you go ahead and do it, for you are not following your convictions. If you do anything you believe is not right, you are sinning. And let's see, so some manuscripts read to stumble or be offended or weaken. Some manuscripts read the text here. Agree. Some manuscripts place the text of 16:25 through 27 here. Oh, that's kind of fun. That would be why. I was reading the CJB version when I came across it, and it stuck out to me not because it's about food, but because it's about conviction. And if we're doing what we believe is not right, it's a sin to do it. I think that goes with a lot of things. You know, if not just eating, but if you do anything you believe is not right, you are sinning. So and here's the thing, like that verse, like I said, there's a lot of Romans to unpack, but to leave it at trust in the Lord, the rest I will take care of next year.